AI person in the world. Now, and let's start with you.com. This is your current big project, and very successfully, besides many other projects actually. In the website I read the first chat search assistant. And in the interview with Matthias, you said, U.com is no longer a search engine, but a productivity machine. So what makes U.com so different to Google?
Yeah, so we started trying to answer questions better than Google. In 2018, my co-founder and I had invented prompt engineering, the idea that you can prompt a single neural network with any kind of question and get an answer. And it's a very controversial idea at the time. The paper got rejected and everything, but it did inspire and was cited by another research group of OpenAI and several of their works that led to then ChatGPT. And so we thought the best way to give people better answers is in what we used to call a search engine, but eventually realized that the majority of questions that people ask to Google are actually fairly simple. What's the weather tomorrow? What was the score of the game? What's the price of the stock? And things like that. And there's not much AI can do to be 10x better. But when you're actually doing productive knowledge work over your company internal data and public web data, that's when AI can really shine. You say, oh, here's a 200-page PDF file, and write me now a SWOT analysis for this customer I'm about to reach out to, and sales, or write me a marketing campaign, or answer automatically service questions, and all these kinds of things. That's where AI can really shine, and that's where we make companies more productive now.
That's amazing. I read in the podcast about Turk, and then you said on LinkedIn it was your favorite podcast of the year. And you said the AI era is the Renaissance, Enlightenment, and Industrial Revolution combined. So please tell us what you mean by that.
Yeah, the Renaissance, of course, lots of inventions, lots of creativity, the printing press being invented, art flourishing, seeing a lot more art. Enlightenment, sort of ethics and efficiency, and starting to really think about knowledge and science and research more. And then the Industrial Revolution, of course, seeing massively increased efficiency gains across many different industries. And AI is kind of a combination of all of that, right? Thanks to AI image generation, we can now all become illustrators and create a lot more art. Some people question if it's art. I actually do think it's art. It's just at a higher level of abstraction. We're obviously becoming massively more productive in all kinds of knowledge work, and in the future also more physical labor. We see self-driving cars now finally working here in San Francisco as one of many examples. It took often a little bit longer than people think, but it will eventually happen. Same is true for a lot of other areas of AI, where there's certain hype cycles, but eventually it will happen. And so that's why it's a combination of those three time periods.
Just something on the roof. When we were at your house recently, a couple of weeks ago with the delegation, you said a lot about, you told us a lot about your AI interest in medicine, healthcare, and the cancer care in particular. I think that's something people do not think enough about, so you want to say something about that too?
Yeah, happy to. Maybe one side note is, in some ways our generations were too late to explore the oceans, and we're too soon to explore the galaxies, but we were right on time to explore and build superintelligence. And that will be a